Hi, hello. I am live. It has been a while since I've done a live. I was sitting here thinking I should probably make a video. And whenever I can't think of anything to do a video on, well, it seems like I can always think of things to do videos on. But then when I have time to do one and I sit down, I'm like, And then what I need to do is get organized and actually write down or compile like the questions that I get from people that are asking me to do videos into like one nice list so that then I can just go there and look. But then I'm like, oh boy, I can't remember where all the questions were. Let's see, there were some in emails, there's some in the comments, but what video was it that I saw a question I wanted to answer? And then I'm just like, I don't have time to go through it and find it. So if you are on here and you've asked me a question I haven't answered, please ask. And if you're on here and you have a question that you just want to ask, please ask. And I only have about 10 minutes because I've got a client, I believe it's 10:02. And my phone's not showing me what time it is. I believe it's like 10:02. So I think I have about 10 minutes to do a quick live. So, Bree, hello. Um, so glad you're on here. I should probably be more regular with these. And life is busy. Life is busy. My kids are getting older and they're at that age where they have a lot of things going on, but they can't drive yet. And so it's like, I feel like I'm just a constant taxi driver. I'm sure moms that are on here listening, or who will listen to this totally know what I'm talking about. I feel like I spend half my life when I'm not working in the car. And then the other half, I feel like I spend cleaning up messes. So that's it. I work, I clean up messes, and I drive kids around. It's a good life. Let's see, what were some things that I wanted to talk about? Yesterday I had like, as I was talking to clients, I had like 3 or 4 things. So oftentimes during a session, I'll be like, I gotta do a video on that, or oh, I want to talk about this, or oh, this is something that just keeps coming up with a lot of people lately, and then, like I said, when it comes time, I'm like, what was it? So, let's see if I can remember any of them. Um, One client I have right now who's in a later stage in recovery and she's doing really awesome. She struggled for way more than half her life with an eating disorder. And Lark, I'll get to your question in just a second. And she's in that later stage where it's like she can pretty much eat any food, but she doesn't actually go out of her way to get the foods. It's kind of more like if someone puts food in front of me, I'll say, yeah, I'll eat it. Like I won't say no to anything, but I wouldn't just kind of like on my own decide I was going to go get some, food that kind of still scares me. I would only say yes if someone brought it to me. So I was telling her, you need to be more proactive with regardless of whatever stage you're in recovery. Yeah, it's great to be able to say yes to anything that's presented to you. But I feel like that's sort of a state of quasi if you can't actually be the one that's like, I feel like a big ice cream cone. I'm going to go get one. And you're able to just go get one on your own. Not, man, I feel like a good ice cream cone. That sounds wonderful. If someone brought one to me, I'd eat it. I wouldn't say no, but I would never go out and get my own. Start doing those things. Why not? Why not go get your own? No one has to see it. You don't have to tell anyone about it. You don't have to plan it out. You don't have to, um, make a big deal about it. It's just ice cream cones are good. You should go get one and eat it if it sounds good to you. So, anyways, that's just something that I was kind of talking to her about is start being proactive and going after these things, not just letting them come to you when they come. Brooke, what do you, oh wait, no, hold on. Lark. Hey Becky, how to deal with extreme hunger after weight gain? Yeah, to be honest, I thought I had extreme hunger. And again, I'm going to preface this whole answer with first saying extreme hunger is almost, I shouldn't say always, no, oftentimes only presented in the form of mental hunger. So I'll have clients that are like, I wish I had extreme hunger. I see all these people and hear all these people that are eating all this food and like they were so hungry and everything they ate just went right through them and they just like couldn't get enough food and blah, 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 they never felt full. And I wish I had that. I don't have extreme hunger. And I'm like, well, it sounds like what you just said, based off what you just said, you do have extreme hunger. You just have extreme mental hunger. Both of them are valid. Both of them need to be responded to. So for me, once I had gained a significant amount of weight, that's what what I would consider extreme mental hunger happened to me. At the beginning stages, like it felt crazy and it felt like I was eating a lot, but it really wasn't even close to like what once I put on just enough weight to kind of have my brain register that food was coming, that then all of a sudden it hit me. So it's totally normal. And what you do with it is you respond to it just as you would at any other stage. Hazel, you would at any other stage of your recovery. Okay. So you still respond to it. It doesn't mean just because you've gained weight that you've done something wrong. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't it doesn't mean that you shouldn't completely listen to it. It doesn't mean that you should, definitely doesn't mean that you should lose the weight and then start again. That's not going to work. So you have to just respond to it. And it's perfect because you have to rewire your fear of weight gain anyways. And responding to your extreme hunger is completely separate or independent from what size you are. Those two should not be related. It doesn't matter what size you are. It's not like, well, you can listen to it if you're this size, but if you're this size or you gain this X amount of weight, then don't. Only listen to it half the time. And then if you're really far in recovery and you gained a good amount of weight, you should probably just ignore it unless it's ravenous, extreme physical hunger. That's the way your eating disorder is probably telling you that you should do this, and it's wrong. Don't listen to it. Your eating disorder is always wrong. Let's see. Brett, what do you think about the recovery programs that allow you to exercise and increase calories weekly? Some coaches I pencil to take this approach. Do you think it's still possible to recover while doing exercise in a managed way? A big fat no to the second question. That's an easy one. The first one just makes me angry and frustrated because I went to programs where they would tell us we could go for a walk after every meal. Do you think my eating disorder liked that? Yeah, I liked it a lot. My eating disorder really loved that I got to go walk after every meal. But really, deep down inside, it seemed weird. It didn't seem like it made sense because I thought, I have a movement compulsion. Every time after I eat, when I'm not in treatment, I feel like I have to get up and move. Now I'm in treatment and I'm trying to recover from my eating disorder, and I'm doing the same things I was doing before I came to treatment that were not helping me to recover. Didn't make sense to me. So if you're doing things that are making your eating disorder feel good and you're starting to feel all this relief, you're not rewiring anything. You're not recovering. So my answer to that is it's not going to work. And increasing calories weekly is torture. It's awful. Some coaches I've consulted for, yeah. I don't think it's going to help you to rewire anything, and it's going to take forever, and you're going to get burnt out, and it's going to feel like you're white knuckling every day, and your eating disorder just has way too much time to get in there and completely derail you. One thing that I was talking about, I just lost my train of thought. What was it? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. So when you go, or let's say you have like a conventional treatment team, right? It's oftentimes that you'll sit down with them and they'll kind of tell you, either they'll tell you like a range or a number or kind of a amount of weight that they believe that you need to gain. And then you'll get to that number in a really disordered, completely like restricted way. And you'll still be starving. Like I said, you'll probably be even more hungry because once you gain a little bit of weight, you start really feeling hungry mentally. But then they're going to be like, you got to that number. Good job. Awesome. Well done. You followed your meal plan. We got you there. You probably didn't. You're probably still starving, right? And then they're like, we're going to give you a new meal plan that's going to help you to maintain this. And you're going, what? This is going to help me maintain. And you start panicking because you're starving. And the food you had before wasn't enough. Now they're taking away some of it. And they're telling you this is how you maintain. Essentially, they're saying, here, stay on a diet the rest of your life, but try not to relapse. Well, you never recovered, so there's no like you can't relapse if you're not really even recovered. You can fall back or have a setback, but like there's no wonder why so many people, there's this revolving door in treatment centers because it's not actually getting to the problem, which is fear of weight gain. That's just reinforcing the fear of weight gain, right? So that's my long-winded answer to that question because I took so long on it. Now I'm not going to get to all these. Okay, I'm going to try to come on and do another live tomorrow because there's a lot of really good questions I hate that I can't get to here. Sarah, can you ever want to look fit and lean and watch your figure after you are recovered? That's a good question. You probably can, but you're probably not going to want to because you probably spent so many years doing that. And at least for me, like I correlate that with just a crap way of living. I correlate that with just a lot of like not great memories. And so for me, I don't know, call it trauma, call it just not interested anymore, bored with it. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone that's like fully recovered and that like has wanted to get back into that. I've seen people that partially recover and are really eager to get back to that. And I'm not saying that you can't fully recover and get back to that. I'd be interested to talk to you when you're recovered and see how you feel about that. But nothing's impossible once you fully recover. Again, I think if it's, let's see, what what was the question again? Watch your figure. You're not, yeah, no, that's not going to work after you fully recover. But as far as getting back into like fitness and things like that, I think is definitely yeah, you can do that if you choose that you want to. Watching your figure, I mean, that's another way of saying dieting or suppressing your body weight, right? No, you can't do that ever again. Okay, I got to go. I have a client. I'll try to get back on here again, maybe later today or maybe tomorrow, because these are all, I wish I could save these questions. There's so many good ones that have come through. Uh, and I wish I could end the thing and then go back and look at them, but I can't do that either. So I'm just, hopefully you can come back on when I do a live and I'll answer these. These are really good. So remember your questions. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.